G'day Gooners, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast. As you can see, I'm very hyped right now. Arsenal played really, really well against Leverkusen, but I'm also very nervous as well because you know what's coming up, the Carabao Cup Final against Man City. Massive, massive game. Hope you're all well, and George, hope you're good as well. How are you?
I'm very well, mate. I'm very well. I was just telling you behind closed doors that my stomach's been playing up all day. But apart from the stomach, which is normal business for me, to be honest, I'm all well. Very very happy about just our progress this season, mate. Obviously we're in March, top of the Premier League, in a Carabao Cup final this weekend. Obviously through to the quarter final of the Champions League, and still in the FA Cup, man. So I'm a very happy Arsenal
Quadruple,
fan at the moment.
quadruple.
Nah, come on now, come on now. But also, like, it's on, it's so on, it's so on, and you know what it is? It just pains. Like, I can feel how painful it must be for other fans. Like,
Yeah.
I've got friends who support United, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea, and they are hating us right now. But like more than when we were like in the banter era, or we didn't win anything, and they would laugh at us. Now they just it's pure venom. They hate
Yeah.
Arteta. They hate us. They hate all the pundits. They hate all the Arsenal fans, and it is amazing. I'm enjoying every moment of it.
It's class, isn't it? It definitely feels like it's just us against the world at the moment. Really, really does feel like there are a few. It's always so refreshing to see, like on TikTok, some creators, I forget their name to be honest, but shout out to them. They're very refreshing takes on Arsenal. You know, I've seen United fan talking well about us. It's just good to see some actual based punditry. I feel like at the moment it's getting ridiculous. Like they're not even trying to hide, you know, their bias at the moment. So it's just ridiculous. But anyway, aside from that, they don't matter at the end of the day. The game against Leverkusen was a good win. It was 3-1 in the end on aggregate, 2-0 on the day. And yeah, I thought we played really well, to be honest. I don't know how we didn't score a goal in that first half, but it was a very, very, very positive performance. And it's good to see that we kind of stepped it up a notch after the away leg, wasn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Definitely the tempo went up. Obviously, it seemed like the Emirates crowd were fancying it, which was great.
Yeah.
Uh, in terms of performance on the pitch, honestly, I'll be transparent with you. There was a lot of the same sort of themes that we've seen quite a lot this season creep up again. And the only difference being that we had just an unbelievable solo magician goal to break the deadlock, which would usually be a set piece. But the same proper issues of I don't know, just a lack of quality in the final third, whether it's a lack of pace in terms of the movements off the ball, whether it's the ability to try and receive the ball in between the lines, or just the accuracy of our passing was quite poor. And even in the second half, like the amount of times that we had open spaces, Gyökeres driving with the ball, and then that final pass, I remember one into Mosquera, that was just under hit. And you reverse that and you look at the Newcastle Barcelona game, and honestly, every single time Barcelona got the ball in that final third, the quality of their final pass
Yeah.
is on a different spectrum to us. So yeah, whilst those clubs can be scored against and they can be opened up quite easily, whereas we don't really get opened up very easy, especially in Europe. Their ability to score goals could be a reason why we're not. We're not Champions League winners by the end of the season. But that's quite a pessimistic take on what was a good performance at the end of the day. Obviously, it was good to see Ben White play. I
Yeah.
thought he played
Really
well.
good.
Um, Obviously, Eze with just the goal was just ridiculous. As soon as the ball left his foot, you knew it was just going straight in the top corner, and it really did that. It was a super special strike, and he's really coming up trumps for us. You know, in a lot of big games,
Yeah.
he's really the one who is taking responsibility, which is great to see, especially in the absence of Martin Odegaard at the moment, who we still haven't seen. It's crazy. It
Yeah.
feels like he's been out pretty much all season, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really excited for Odegaard to come back. I think he might make an appearance on the bench, Carabao Cup final. I think that's what they've been really trying to push him for. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, just on the Barcelona thing, it was actually an interesting stat. We had the same amount of shots on target as Barcelona, both on 13. They scored seven, and we scored two. So, I mean, I don't know. That could come down to the quality at the end of the day. We wasted a lot of chances, I feel like, but at least we had those magic moments to get us through the game, you know. And Eze is that type of player. I know it feels. I know it's annoying now. We've said it so many times. Eze is a moments player. We know this, but he's stepping up. He's becoming more than a moments player. Like he played
Yeah,
generally well, and then obviously had the moment as well. But yeah, that strike, man, for me, I think it's probably maybe our goal of the season, or definitely top three for sure. But yeah, that's what won us the game at the end of the day. And then the Declan Rice goal as well. I think that goal just epitomizes everything that Declan Rice is.
yeah,
Read the
100%.
play, won the ball, took a couple touches, and then just passed it into the bottom corner, just finesse, clean. Like he's that
Yeah,
sort of
very
player
clean.
that will just finish like that. And like as soon as he got the ball, I knew something was gonna happen. It looked like he had that swagger about him, that confidence to just hit it as well. And yeah, it was very, very good to see. What did you make of that goal?
Well, on another day, that'll be talked about as an incredible goal,
Yeah.
like probably
Got
the goal of the
overshadowed, didn't
game.
it? Yeah.
It did a little bit. It did a little bit, but no, I mean technique on it. It was very like Tony Kroos, like the
Yeah,
way he just sort of shaped the ball around
sure.
and sort of passed it in. But yeah, no, Declan Rice is world class. You know, we know this. We know that. You know, in terms of his goal contributions this season, it's only getting better and better every single year. But what he does off the ball is just it's unmatched. And we were seeing many times the comparisons between him and Caicedo. And listen, I think Caicedo is a top class player, but the what makes Declan Rice is he can do it all. Like it's not just the defensive side of the game. It's not
Yeah.
just the passes and the blocks and the tackles. It is the offensive side, the free kicks, the corners, and also the goals. And not to mention how good of a leader he is
Yeah, I
and
was gonna
is
say,
becoming.
yeah.
You know, so um, proper good player. I actually thought Zubimendi played very well next to him as well. I thought that was one of my favorite Zubimendi performances, and obviously he uh, he got he got taken off for Norgard, which I think is probably a good thing. You know, having played so many minutes,
Yeah.
and with the big game coming up at the weekend, it was good to see Norgard get some minutes. Sorry, as I was talking that, I just saw a David Ornstein tweet come out and say Dominic Calvert-Lewin has been called up to the latest English England squad to
Yeah.
face Uruguay in a friendly. I'm like, what is going on? The world has like
How do
gone
you
back
feel about
15
that?
years.
How do you feel about that?
Definitely interesting one, man.
Some pretty good
Obviously,
form though.
yeah, yeah, mate. He's on good form. As a second or third striker, you know, he's probably
Yeah.
quite a good option. He's good in the air, etc. So, no, fair play to him. He's worked his socks off and he's got himself into good form for Leeds. So, fair play to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, restored in the England squad. Wow, amazing.
I remember there was links with him. I probably would have taken him if you like maybe 5, 6 years ago. I remember there was a few links back in the day, but wasn't to be in the end. But anyway, back onto Arsenal. That win takes us to face Sporting in the quarterfinal. I can't believe Sporting got through that game. Bodo Glimt to the 3 goal advantage, and Sporting just 5-0 smashed. I do feel bad for Bodo Glimt, of course. The story everyone loves the good underdog story, you know. But
Yeah,
yeah, it means that Gyökeres is going to have to face his old team, so it's going to be very interesting to see if they can shut him out. I don't know, they might know how to play against him, or maybe Gyökeres might rise to the occasion. Either way, it's going to be a very good matchup, and I think considering looking at the other teams that have made it to the next stage, obviously we knew we were going to play Bodo or Sporting, but I think we've got to be grateful for this draw. Obviously, we can't take Sporting
100%.
lightly, but like we could have Real Madrid, Bayern, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, PSG, Liverpool, and Sporting. Like that's we probably got the easiest of the bunch there, you know. So we definitely do take that. So that game will be in about 3 weeks' time, just after Easter. Definitely looking forward to it.
100%, 100%. And you know what? I actually, weirdly enough, am happier that it's Sporting as opposed to Bodo. I think obviously they've got an artificial pitch. I feel like
Oh yeah, true.
us, the professional players playing on artificial grass is not the best for their joints. So, um, and also just the hostile atmosphere that they would have brought, I thought could have been a bit of a stumbling block because they were playing some really good football up until now in the Champions League. You know, didn't they beat Man City? I'm pretty sure they beat Man City earlier on in the Champions
Yeah,
League this year.
Leverkusen did as well. I'm not sure. I think they might have both done it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So they were obviously, you know, in very, very good form. But Sporting Lisbon, man, you know, we've played them already, or did we play them? We played them last year, didn't we? Yeah, we played them last
Yeah.
year in the Champions League when Gyökeres played against us, and I actually thought that's about the last time Gyökeres has played well. No, I'm
The
joking.
Gabriel, remember the Gabriel that one as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. No, it was a good game, and yeah, I think it's probably the nicer side of the draw, obviously. But
Sure.
finishing top of the group stage, man, it definitely gives you an advantage. Obviously, when it comes to the draw, that is pot luck at the end of the day. But us
It is kind of
especially,
deserved though. Like
that's right.
if any team deserves an easy draw, it is us. We finished first, you know. Perfect
That's
record.
it.
Yeah.
Perfect record, and obviously we get the home fixture second, which is also super important. So, um, yeah, I mean, especially if you look at some other teams that went out, obviously our rivals in North London, Tottenham Hotspur, uh, yeah, falling short again. Obviously, Atletico Madrid, I thought were very very good both legs. To be honest with you, Julian Alvarez. What a player. Can we get him right now, please? He would
Hopefully,
be
yeah.
such a top signing. He hits the ball so cleanly. He's just world class, mate. But yeah, Spurs are out. Obviously, Chelsea, the cheats are out. Nice to hear from John Obi Mikel in the last couple of weeks saying that if we won the league, it wouldn't count, seeing as it's anti-football. But his team actually cheated when they won it. So, he has not really a lot to say. And yeah, go back to your little podcast, mate. See you later. See you later, John Obi. Although Obi-Wan, is that Obi-Wan? The Obi-Wan podcast? Quite a good name to be fair
Yeah,
for
it's a
John
fast
Obi
name.
Mikel.
No, copyright,
But
copyright, copyright.
yeah, of course, But no, at the end of the day, we're through. We're through to the
Yeah.
quarterfinals, man. I'm confident, as we should be, to be honest. Lots of games to go though, including one Carabao Cup final on
Mm.
Monday morning. 3:30 a.m. kickoff for us in Australia, which is not ideal on a Monday morning when you've got work. But hey ho, you do this for the Arsenal. What are your thoughts on the game?
I'm feeling all the emotions, man. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm scared. I'm worried. I'm happy. I'm happy we're in a final. Just being in a final is good. Like watching a game on TV that's at Wembley is just class. I'd love to visit there one day. It looks like such a great atmosphere. Have you been there to Wembley before? I'm sure you have, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
you
I've been.
maybe you can tell me a bit about what the atmosphere is like. But yeah, I'm super super excited for it for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, I've seen us win there quite more times than I've seen
Yeah,
us lose there. We've actually got a very good record at Wembley.
yeah,
Um, I think the last time I saw us lose was probably against Man City.
yeah. Wasn't it
Probably
the Carabao Cup final?
it was the Carabao Cup final. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's probably the last time I've seen us lose there. We have obviously been very, very good in the FA Cup there. So I've seen us win multiple times in the FA Cup, which has been, yeah, special days out, mate. When you walk down that Wembley Arch and the Wembley Way and everyone's just up for it. I mean, usually when we've gone, because it's been an FA Cup game, it's been like the UK summer, so the sun's usually out, everyone's in
yeah,
t-shirts, but it won't be like that this time, I can assure you. So it'll be a good atmosphere, get some good grub before the game. Um, I'm confident, Cal. I've got to be honest. Listen,
yeah,
City are obviously a really good side, world class. They know how to win things. Pep Guardiola at the helm, but with they're not the same Man City really as they have been over the last 10 years. And this season has really proven that, I think. Even I think the big one really for me is when they lost Kevin De Bruyne. I think he was such a pivotal player in their team over the last 10 plus years. So losing him and him moving on with his career, and even Gundogan, obviously he left and then came back. But those, like, not just as footballers, but as people around the changing room and around the training ground, and yeah, the you really expected the likes of Foden to step up, and maybe Bernardo Silva, who has probably slightly, but um, yeah, it just doesn't look really the same as it's previously looked for Man City, although they have so many dangerous players that can cause trouble.
yeah. I completely agree with you. Like they don't look like the same team at all. Like this is probably the best time to get at Man City. We've seen that in the league for sure. Like this is not the Man City of the past. You know, they're dropping points at the end of near the end of the season in the title race. Like that's not what we're used to. There's definitely something in that. But on the other hand, as well, it kind of goes out the window a little bit when it's a Carabao Cup final. You know, it's a final. It's a one-off game. You know, it. I've seen us win FA Cup games, and maybe we're not the best team on the day, but we still get the job done.
For sure.
Do you remember when we had to start Mertesacker and Rob Holding at the back, and I was like, oh, I don't know about that, but we still got the
Yeah,
job
yeah.
done. That's
Against
probably
against Diego Costa against Chelsea. I was there.
Yeah,
I was at Wembley
yeah.
that day.
I
Yeah,
think that might honestly my favorite moment that I've seen in my lifetime watching Arsenal at Wembley was probably when Rob Holding was doing that. Do you remember that?
yeah, yeah. Amazing,
Yeah,
amazing.
class. Yeah, but yeah, I am confident as well, but I'm also just very nervous and jittery about it. But definitely positive either way. So yeah, very very excited. What do you think of this game though, in terms of tactic wise? How do you think we set up? Do you think we go for it? Do you think we kind of sit back a little bit, or maybe a bit of both?
It's really hard to say. I
It
mean,
is,
look,
isn't it? Yeah.
you know that Arteta will probably go for the more pragmatic style of football.
Well,
It w
do you think so though? Because we saw City sit in a low block, which is probably the first time anyone's ever seen that at the Emirates when they were 1-0 up, you know. So
Yeah.
it seems like City can be gotten at because they play expensive football as well. We often struggle a bit against the low block teams. City isn't going to set up like that unless they're up. So I think we got to go for it at the start, surely.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think it'll
No.
be a bit of a chess match. One manager will make sort of a tactical move, and then the other one will react to it, and yeah, it'll be a bit of cat and mouse, I think. But um, it's really hard. It's really hard to predict what even lineup we'll see. I mean, my gut tells me that it'll be a front three of. Well, actually, honestly, I don't know. Now that I think
Well, should
about
we
it,
get
I
into the
really don't
lineups
know.
then? What would you
Yeah, yeah.
what would you want to play? If you were the manager, what would you pick?
If I was a manager, I would go David
Or
Raya.
hang on, but here's a question.
Oh,
Do
would
you
I go David Raya?
would you go David Raya? Because Kepa's gotten us this far. Does he deserve to
Nah, you
start,
know,
or
yeah, yeah.
do you
I'd
have
go
to
Kepa.
think? On the other hand, it's like it is a final. We got to win this. Raya, strong, safe.
No, I'd go Kepa. I'd go Kepa. I
Ah,
think you should reward your goalkeepers.
I agree with that.
Um,
Yeah,
it's just they train every single day. They push each other. Obviously, Kepa's played the majority of games in this competition, so he should be really rewarded for that. Um, so I would go with Kepa in goal. I also think that Pep will go with Trafford because played Trafford in this competition as
okay.
well.
All right.
So I don't think Donnarumma will play. I think Trafford will play. But I'd go with Kepa. I'd go with Yurian Timber at right back if he's fit.
Yep. Do you think he'll be fit?
So yeah, I think so. Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori,
Yep.
Zubimendi, Rice, Eze.
Yep. I don't think you can bring Odegaard back in even if he's fit
No,
straight away like that
you
in the
can't.
final. Yeah.
You can't. I'd go Trossard, Havertz, Saka.
Yep. Fair. I think good lineup. I think I probably agree with that. Maybe in Capia, but it seems like Calafiori just seems to turn up in big games, so I'd probably pick him. On
I
Odegaard,
just love Calafiori. It's just more
yeah,
like of a
fair.
stylistic. Like, I just love the way that he plays football, and he brings more excitement. It's crazy how like probably the most exciting player that we've got plays at left back. Like it's mental,
Yeah,
but
he just
I love
pops up
it.
everywhere, doesn't he? But
He does, yeah.
on Odegaard, because it is an interesting thing. Obviously, if he is fit, he shouldn't start. You know, he's been out for a long time. I know it's final, but Eze needs to be rewarded for his performances recently. I think we could see Odegaard maybe play a role like he did. Do you remember that Newcastle away at the start of the season? How he came on, was kind of dictating nice through balls, was controlling the game. I think he could play a role like that where he comes on for the last 15, 20 minutes if we really need something out of the game, need a bit more creativity. But I think Eze for me and maybe a Havertz. It's interesting that you didn't start Gyökeres up front. Is there a specific reason for that?
Yeah, I just think that there'll be much more football being played.
Okay.
Um, Although City do play a high line, so
Yeah.
maybe having someone that can run in behind, but I think Havertz can do that. I just think Havertz links play far better, and I actually think with Havertz and Eze playing almost as two number tens, one of them drifting behind the last line, the other one coming in, and then rotating. I think that could cause City a few problems, you know. So that's what I would do tactically, but I'm not paid to get it right, so we'll see what Arteta sort of comes up
think
with.
the thing with Havertz as well, he's actually pretty like deceptively quick. He's quicker
Yeah,
than
he is quick.
what a lot of people give him credit for. I've seen a lot of times balls in behind. I mean, you think of that Chelsea Carabao Cup semi-final when we won 1-0 at the Emirates. Like he's good, and there was one in preseason as well where that's the fastest I've ever seen Havertz run in my life. I didn't know he had that in his locker to be honest, but yeah, for sure, he can still run the channels like Gyökeres, but I think he gives us a little bit more stability on the ball. And I remember when we played against City in the Carabao Cup final. Sorry, not Carabao Cup final. Community Shield 2023. Havertz played in that false nine, and he looked pretty good when he was there. So I mean, I've got no complaints about that for sure. But yeah, score predictions. It's really difficult, isn't it?
I'm
Low
gonna go with
scoring.
2-1, 2-1 Arsenal. I think we'll
I was
win,
gonna I was
but
gonna
I
say
think it'll
that.
be close.
I was
I
gonna
actually
say
think
two
we'll go
one.
down. I think
Okay.
Haaland will score early, and I think we'll come back. I think we'll score the first one just before half time, and I think we'll score the second one maybe like 78 minutes. It might be like Martinelli scoring the winner at Wembley for
Martin
Arsenal.
Martinelli could be a good shout for this game. He loves to play against Man City. I mean, that goal that he scored, I mean, at the Emirates earlier this season was fantastic. Yeah, and especially if City play a high line as well. Martinelli is that sort of player you want on the pitch. I was going to say 2-1, but I have to say 1-0 now. 1-0. I can't see any team getting up to three, to be honest, or both teams getting to two. I could see a 1-1 and then maybe I can't predict 2-1, but a 1-1 regular time and 2-1 Arsenal extra time. I can see that for
Yeah,
sure.
that's okay. I'll give you that.
I'll go for that then. I'll go for that. And let's go bold with the predictions. All right. I think Haaland will score, I think. And then I think for us, it'll be Saka. I'm feeling it.
Ooh, I would love a Wembley moment for Saka.
Saka.
I would love that.
And I'm gonna go rogue. I reckon Eze moment. I reckon that's not that rogue. Eze.
Actually,
Good goal.
I think Eze will definitely score in this game. You know,
Turns out he did it with Palace. He did it with Palace.
He
Yeah,
scored against Man City for
good goal as
Palace
well. Yeah,
in the final. So
yeah.
yeah, oh, that would be how unbelievable would that be? Eze
That'll be
scored in his first final. Oh, that'd be
yeah,
magic.
yeah. Well, I mean, we spoke about a lot of players there. I think we should do a combined 11. I always enjoy seeing these. What do you reckon? Should we both do it or come to a mutual agreement? What do you reckon?
Let's uh let's do mine on the left and yours on the right of the screen.
Okay,
And then
righto,
we'll ask the fans which team is a better team.
righto. We'll get it up on TikTok as well. So in goal, I think it's between. I think we should do it in between Kepa and Trafford.
Okay. All right. I'm going James Trafford for this one. Um Listen, obviously Kepa's the most expensive keeper ever. Still, which is
That's
crazy.
great. That's crazy to
Um
say.
but I think Trafford is better with his feet. And you know what it is with James Trafford? I feel like when he's thrown in, he is actually quite susceptible to a mistake. And I've seen him make quite a few big errors, but I think when he gets a lot of consistency in his game, I think he can be a really, really good goalkeeper.
He's still
And I
so young
think,
as well, man. Like,
well, yeah, I think when he moved to City, I think he was promised that more
yeah.
first team football, and then obviously Donnarumma became available, and I think City just thought we got to do this. So I'll go with James Trafford.
I'll go with Kepa just because I haven't seen enough of Trafford to be honest. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I've seen a lot of football from Trafford to be honest. I know he had a good season with Burnley and is a quality player and looking like he could be one of the future ones for England. But I'll go with Kepa. Right back, Timber or Nunes. It seems like that's his new position now, so that's what we're going to
Or
compare him
White.
to. Or White, yeah. But we picked Timber in the starting 11, so yeah. For me on full fitness form, I'm going to go for Ben White. Honestly, that's full fitness. But obviously, if we're going right now, current, I'll go for Urian Timber.
So I reckon you go Ben White. Let's have Ben White
All right,
thrown in
all right,
there just so it's different. I'll go Timber. I'll go
all
Timber. I
right.
think Nunes. To be fair, if you speak to Man City fans, he's really impressed this season.
Yeah.
He's one that's really really stepped up. But yeah, no, Timber's one of the best in the world. He really is. Obviously, Reece James is probably the only other one who, and maybe Hakimi that come to my mind really quickly, who are just maybe that much better than him. But no, Timber, world class right back. He gets in my team all day.
I mean, credit to Nunes as well. It's not actually his natural position. He's done pretty well there for a top club. So, I mean, yeah, you have to do well to be that impressive there. So, fair enough. Centre back Saliba, Gabriel. Left back, what do you think?
Um, it's hard because obviously O'Reilly's had a really, really good season.
Yeah.
But then obviously Calafiori is Calafiori, and Hincapié has been brilliant, and Miles Lewis-Skelly is a really good player as well, who we haven't even spoken about really.
It
But
was off topic for a bit, but Lewis Skelly, it was good. It was just so good to see him get some minutes. I think it looks like he's been out of action for a while, but it's only because he was suspended for the Mansfield game. He would have played in that for sure, but it felt like,
100%.
it honestly felt like he'd come back from an injury or something. It's been so long since we've seen it. Like, but yeah,
100%. Love
yeah,
the guy. Love Miles. And he's obviously young. He's got a whole career ahead of
got
him.
time. Yeah,
And yeah, going back to O'Reilly, like obviously him going to the World Cup with England's quite, talked about, with Lewis Hall sniffing around and obviously Miles Lewis-Skelly as well. He's had a really, really good season. But I'd go with Calafiori. Just my taste. Um, yeah, no reason to it. More just magic moments. Understanding of the game, can play inside, can play wide, can play third centre back. I would go with Calafiori.
yeah. Califuro's class. I think he offers different things to Hincapié. I'll pick Hincapié just based off current form. I think Hincapié is in he's just so good at the moment, man. Like the aggression, the passion. I mean, he's one of the few players in our squad that has won big things. He won the league unbeaten. He's an invincible. Like you need those players in your
True.
squad, and I think him playing against City could be a good option. But I really won't complain if it's Califury or Hincapié for me personally. So either way is fine for me. But I'll pick Hincapié for this team. In the six, you know how I feel about the player that we're going to mention here, Rodri or
Yeah,
Zubimendi.
he'd be my pick. Um,
No, he's
I
washed.
just think
He's not the
he's
same
not.
player. He's come on, let's be real. There's a reason why. Wasn't there a stat ages ago like Rodri had never lost a game with Man City? Look how many games have dropped points in this season. You know, he's not the same player. If we're doing it off current form, then if we're doing it all time, then yeah, of course, pick Rodri. But right now, you can't look past Zubimendi, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would go more based on the players he's got around him that aren't really protecting his flaws and highlighting his pros. So I would go with Rodri based on who I'd have around him. I'll go with Rodri.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. You know, I don't agree to disagree.
Yeah,
In the eight, I mean, come on, Declan Rice, right? Surely.
Declan Rice all day. The horse.
Who else would be in contention for Man City there? Got a lot of players that sort of play in those sort of positions. You got Reindeers, Bernardo Silva. Who else we got here? He's more of a six. Kovacic, he hasn't played in a while. I guess Phil Foden can play there. Um, Nico Gonzalez, maybe. Yeah, I think you'd have to go for Rice there for sure.
100%, 100%. And yeah, what about that other midfield spot?
It's tricky because if we're going off right now, you have to pick Eze, right? I know it's harsh on Phil Foden, but if we're going off right now, Foden isn't as good as he has been in the past. You know, he hasn't really impressed me. He doesn't I've seen a lot of people, I don't know, maybe City fans can let me know, but a lot of people say when he's becoming the main man of the team, he doesn't perform as well. You know, when he's playing with De Bruyne and all these big players, he kind of just like plays his game, plays really well, is natural with it. But when he has to step up to that next level, doesn't seem like he can really get through it. And I mean, I don't think he's been that good since the Euros, to be honest. I mean, you could probably tell me he was not good at that Euros for England, was he?
No, hasn't really shown up for England, but he wasn't the one I was even thinking of playing there. To
You
me,
think of Shoki? Oh, Bernardo
Bernardo
Silva, yeah,
Silva, Bernardo
yeah,
Silva. He's just one of the best, mate. He's just one of the best. It's the quality, the ability that he's got. I mean, listen, I love Ryan Cherky. I think Cherky's a super player, like technically gifted, left foot, right foot, all the tech in the world, mate. All the tech in the world. But in terms of the balance of my midfield, I'd have Bernardo Silva alongside Declan Rice. I think you'd be quite
yeah,
productive in both sides of the game. I mean, Bernardo's off the ball ability is also, I think, underrated. You know, I think he's very, very good off the ball, and he's become a leader in that Man City team. So scoring
yeah,
big goals too. So I would go with Bernardo Silva. I mean, Eze is pretty unlucky to miss out there just based off
yeah,
current form and just I really like the player. Same with Ryan Cherky. Odegaard, obviously, we just haven't seen enough of this season, unfortunately. And Foden, yeah, it's a shame with Foden because natural ability,
yeah.
like he has got everything, but we just haven't seen it consistently enough. And that's always why I would go with Saka over Foden. And I'm sure we'll talk about the right hand side. Like Saka is my pick over a Phil Foden. Honestly, just because of the consistency. Like Saka has
Yeah,
had almost the same level over the last 4 or 5 years. I would say the best of Phil Foden has been better than the best of Bukayo Saka, but
yeah.
we haven't seen the best of Phil Foden for more than, I don't know, 8 months out
Been
of
a
the
while.
last 3.5 years. He had,
Sure.
was it 23, 24? The back end, he was just a joke. And like he was hitting the ball in the top corner
He won Player of the
almost every
Season, didn't
game.
he? Player of the
Yeah, he
Season that
won
year.
player of the
Yeah.
season. He was amazing. And even now, Saka's form is not brilliant, but he's still performing at a pretty consistently good level, even though the numbers don't really reflect it. So I would go Saka on that right hand side.
Yeah, I mean, am I allowed to pick the same player as you? Because I would probably go Saka as well, of course.
Sure.
I think for the 10, I would probably pick Bernardo Silva. To be honest, I just forgot about him. Yeah, I think naturally when I was trying to compare Eze, I just naturally thought of an English player, and obviously Foden is that sort of natural comparison, you know. So yeah, I think Bernardo Silva for me makes it in there. He's just a bit of a rat though, isn't he? He's one of those players that like I know for Man City fans they would love him on his team, but when you're playing against him, man, like it's just not fun. But yeah, I think yeah, Silva and then Saka on the right. Let's go over to the left. We got Doku or Trossard, Martinelli. You can put Eze there
No,
if you want. I know you're a big Eze fan on the left, but
I am, but there is one player who you haven't mentioned yet, who for me is just the winner
Semenyo.
every time, and
Yeah.
that's Semenyo. Yeah, so Semenyo is
The good thing with
and
Semenyo
was
is that you could play on both sides though. So
and
I
he
mean,
can play
it's a
as a
bit of a
striker. He's
yeah,
brilliant.
yeah.
He's just a top class player, mate, and he was the one for me in the summer. He was actually the winger that I wanted in the summer. Like he was the guy on the left hand side, just because he's got no left foot or right foot bias. He doesn't need that many chances to score goals. He is very good off the ball. Obviously, he worked for Raiola for Bournemouth, and he's come into the City team, and he's just been different class. So he's one that I'm pretty scared about for Monday morning. But he would be off my left hand side for sure.
I mean, I'm worried about all the city's wingers to be honest. We haven't even mentioned Shirky,
Yeah,
Techie fellow,
Cherky,
streets won't
Doku,
forget. Doku's the
Doku.
one.
Yeah,
I'm honestly more scared of Doku than Semenyo, to be honest. Like fully,
it
like
depends, man. It depends. Like he's
when he has
obviously
the
got
ball, always looks
yeah,
like he's gonna do something with it. Yeah,
the fast twitch muscle fibers, mate. He can
yeah.
cause us a lot of problems, mate. He's very, very explosive. But similarly, you know, Arteta will make that tactical switch. I'm sure of it. Like Timber will start the game, and then as soon as Doku comes on, he'll take Timber off, and he'll probably bring on Mascara. Actually, he'll
Oh
probably
yeah,
bring
that'll
on
be a good
Mascara,
matchup. Yeah,
just like for the physical battle. But yeah, no, Doku on his day can be super player, but also sometimes lacks in his end product. So I would go Semenyo on that left hand side.
righto, fair enough. I think I'd probably put Semenyo there as well. Up front, what do you reckon?
It's not even
Come on,
close, mate.
not even
Unfortunately,
close. Gyökeres.
obviously it's Trossard. Obviously it's Jesus as a false nine. No, no, it's Erling
I
Haaland,
mean,
mate.
pre World Cup, no injury. Jesus is
Nah,
he's in the he's in the conversation.
it's still Erling
You have a
Haaland,
small
man.
mention, yeah. Yeah,
Still Erling
obviously
Haaland, mate.
Haaland, yeah, but all right. Second best then, obviously, just for fun. Second best,
Second
Chris.
best, I'm going
Armouche is pretty good as well, you know. He's a pretty
probably
solid player.
Marmoush. Probably
No
Marmoush.
way. I don't know.
Nah, nah.
Fully fit.
Havertz
Jesus.
probably for
Havertz,
me.
yeah. Maybe Havertz, yeah. Fair enough.
It's hard.
Righto.
It's like you got Haaland, then you've just got a bucket of the rest. Like no
Yeah.
one's near him.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
You can play
yeah, I
Semenyo
mean,
there.
you could,
Yeah.
guys. Obviously, leave in the comments which team you think is better. Obviously, I think mine is, but we won't have that argument over Zoom right now. But yeah, no, that was a fun little thing. We should do that one more.
Yeah, yeah. We'll do it for the next big game. Who have we got next after? Obviously, we got the international break coming up as well. So maybe we could do some fun little games there. So yeah, this is the last game before then. We'll be back for the podcast after that game. Hopefully, we'll have smiles on our faces, celebrating, of course. I'm nervous for it. And then we come back, international break. You said England have Uruguay in a friendly.
Yeah, Yeah, we have
Um,
I think
yep.
someone else as well, but I can't actually remember.
Shout out to
Um,
Alex, Uruguay. Shout out. But I don't know who Australia is playing. I gotta have a look here. But you guys got anyone else as well? Usually we play two games, right?
yeah, I think we do. I think we do. I just can't remember who the other. I'd have to swipe down, but I'd be on my phone, so I'm not sure if it would actually come up on the video. If that makes
Uh,
sense to you.
oh yeah, we got Cameroon and Curacao. So
Now we've
yeah,
got Japan. We've got Uruguay and Japan.
but I have a feeling that you'll just lose to Japan. I don't know. I can just see it.
Yeah, quite
See it.
potentially. But quite. It'll be interesting to see if Tomiyasu gets a call up. I actually don't know how
Yeah.
he's been going on. But
Well, he's playing for
well,
Ajax now. It's I think Zinchenko got injured, but they're both the fullbacks, ex-Arsenal. So
yeah, it's
so
crazy.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
what's your thoughts on Arteta, going into the final? Obviously we haven't won silverware since the COVID FA Cup, the 2021. Um, it's a big game for him, man. It's could be a coming of age situation for Arteta.
I mean, yeah, it's absolutely massive for him. This is his like time to prove himself that he can get over the line. That's been the biggest question mark. Like we know he's won the FA Cup, but that wasn't really his team, you know? That was kind of
Yeah.
Emery's leftovers, Wenger's leftovers. So this is his chance to solidify himself. And I mean, if we can get this trophy and keep going, he can be in the conversations for one of the best managers as well. Obviously, he has to keep going after this season, but it's definitely a good baseline for him for sure.
Max Doman to come on and score the winner. What do you
Oh
reckon?
yeah, yeah. I'd love to see him get some minutes. You know, I think in a big game, he's that sort of player that will just come on and do something. But yeah,
Here's
awesome.
hoping. Here's hoping.
I think that's all we've got time for today, guys. We'll see you in the next episode. I'm hype. George is hype. Have a good day, Gooners.